Hello everybody, Wee here with the Soda Popinski portion of this tutorial. Soda Popinski is the second fight in the world circuit, and he's one of the easier fights to learn how to speedrun, even though he's one of the harder fights in the game when you fight him normally. The trick to Soda Popinski is to unbalance him by punching him in the gut when he's trying to throw an uppercut. And once he's unbalanced, then your next star punch that lands is going to knock him straight to the mat. So that's the trick. That's what we want to show off here in the speedrun. I'm going to teach you how to do that. I'm also going to be teaching you safe strats at first. I want you practicing safe strats because you don't want to run out of hearts on this fight. As you see, you only have 8 hearts, and it's very easy to run out of hearts when you're countering his punches by not punching him, like when he blocks your counter punch. So what you're going to start doing when you're learning this fight is to just hit him with every one of your punches so you don't lose any hearts. Okay? So he's going to open the fight, and every phase, actually, with 2 left hooks. That's always going to be his opening, 2 left hooks. After his 2 left hooks, he can do random things. He can do either more hooks, or he can do uppercuts. Uppercuts are good. It's what allows us to knock him down quickly. So first 2 punches of the fight are going to be 2 left hooks. You're going to see him come into the fight, and his gloves, he's going to put them together and kind of pound them once. That's how you know a hook is coming. Once you see him pound his gloves together, you can punch him in the face, and you'll probably get a star. And then you wait a second, you don't buffer the second punch, and you can punch him in the face again. So you're going to counter both of his hooks, and if they land in the face, you're not going to lose any hearts. So watch for his gloves to go together and then apart again, and that's your cue to punch. Like that. Now I'm punching. He's throwing a hook, and I'm going to counter him like that. I wait a second, I start another punch, he starts another hook, another counter. Okay, so we didn't lose any hearts, that's good. We actually gained 2 stars as well. So hopefully now he's going to go into the uppercut phase, and what you want to do when he does that is to hold down. Holding down will stun him in his uppercut animation instead of having it go off right away. It'll confuse him actually. And what you want to do is once he's confused and sitting there kneeling down like that, you want to wait just a second or two, because if you let go of up too quickly, he's gonna punch you. So once you get down here, he's kind of stuck. After about a second and a half, you want to let go of down, and then you want to punch him in the gut, and then you want to hold down again, because all of his punches come in sets of 2s. So you know another uppercut's coming after this. So let go of down and punch him, and that will actually unbalance him. That punch right there guarantees that when you throw a star punch, it's going to knock him down. But he's going to throw another uppercut. We're already holding down. He goes down. I let go of down. I punch him, and then I buffer start. Boom. Hit him right in the face, and he goes down. 23 seconds. 23 seconds is pretty fast overall, but in a speed run, it's pretty slow. So we're going to do the same thing every phase. Hold down. Punch him, hold down, punch him, throw the star punch. And he's actually not going to try to throw any hooks after his opening sets of 2. As he come into the fight, pound his gloves together. Counter, counter, hold down, he goes down. Punch him, hold down, punch him, throw the star. And as you see, we didn't lose a single heart. We still have all of our hearts. That's the safe strat that will nearly guarantee that you're not going to run out of hearts unless he decides to throw hooks all day, which is terrible. But you're going to get a fairly good time, a 106. Nothing wrong with that. What you're really hoping for in a speedrun is sub-minute, but for the sake of safety when you're learning the fight, there's really nothing wrong with this time either. So yeah, this is what I would recommend you do when you're learning Soda, and once you get the hang of that, then you can try playing it a little bit more risky by countering his punches while losing a heart. But before I show you that, I want to show you what happens when he doesn't always throw uppercuts. This is one reason I like to call him Soda Popinski, because he's a hooker, and he likes to throw hooks when you don't want him to. So even though we're playing it safe, and it's a good thing we were for this, I hold down, does he go into an uppercut? No, it's hooks. So what you do is you block the first one, and then you counter his second one. That way you only lose 1 heart. You don't want to block them both because you'll lose 2. Hold down again. Oh, more hooks. Counter. Hold down again. Oh, more hooks. Counter. More hooks. Oh my goodness. Finally he goes down. We get a star, and Down he goes. Okay, so the first knockdown came at 59 seconds. You see how much time those hooks waste. It is a lot of time. You don't ever want to see a hook in a run. So counter, counter. He goes down. And I don't know if you guys noticed this, but I actually made a little mistake there when I was trying to get up. Let's see it again. So counter, counter. Now I go down. He goes down. Now you'll see me press the B button before I let go of down, and you know that can happen. Everybody does it. You try and throw a punch out of your duck and it doesn't happen. Watch me hit the B button. Whoops! I pressed it just a little bit too early. Let me show you again. Right there, it didn't go off, so I had to press it again. Right there. I had to press it again, and just be mindful of that. If you press the B button before you let go of down, no punch is going to be thrown. So that wastes a couple of seconds when that happens. Now in phase 3, oh, I got punched. This time, you know, I opened by countering his hooks. I held down, but this is why you need to hold down for a couple of seconds after he goes down. If you let go of down too early, he's not going to stay stunned. He's just going to punch you right away. I let go of down right after he went down, and whoops, that was just a little bit too quick. So you need to hold down for a certain amount of frames for it to actually stun him. That's why we don't come out of the crouch or the block animation right away. Because if you're too fast, you're going to get punched. And as you can see, even though I was playing it safe and I was countering his punches, I still ended up running out of hearts because he punched me. And he threw all those hooks. So even when you're playing it safe, fights like this can happen. Soda Popinski is a real gatekeeper, as we call him in the speedrun. So it's always lucky when he doesn't throw any hooks, and the execution's a little bit tricky to get used to, but it's not too bad. So let me show you what Soda Popinski looks like when you get a good fight. And this is once you're comfortable with the timing of all the punches and everything, and you want to kind of play it a little riskier, try and maybe get a speedier time. You're still going to counter the first punch, but then you're going to buffer A. You see I'm holding A already? That will be the fastest way to counter his next punch, and you're going to save frames by doing that, but he's also going to block, so you're going to lose a heart. Like that. Now, after that, another thing you can try doing is ducking, just spamming down during your duck, and then covering up afterwards. If you're pressing down on a certain frame, Soda will be more likely to throw uppercuts, so that's why I like to duck here. I seem to get more uppercuts when I do the duck and cover like that. And he'll go down, and I'm going to punch him in the gut. But I'm not going to cover for the next one. I'm actually going to wait just a second before I throw a next punch, and I'm going to counter punch his next uppercut, but he's going to block it, but that's fine because it's faster. Just like that. Now we got him down at 20 seconds, which is okay. He did kind of a long delay before his first uppercut, and I'll show you where that delay can happen right here. So you punch, buffer A, and right here, you know, he can do one stride and go down, he can do no strides and go down, he can do 5 strides and go down. So far he's done 1, and he goes right down, so that's fast. Hold down, punch him in the gut, counter his next one. So I've got 4 hearts, I gotta be careful, hope he doesn't throw hooks here. And you can still survive if he does, but luckily I don't think he did. That's another thing you can do, by the way. If you have a heart, or if you have a star going into phase 3, you can buffer the star and then buffer the A to start the phase. Let me show you again. It saves 2 frames, which isn't much, but it still saves a couple of frames. Buffer the star, buffer the A, and now you're going to duck and cover. He did 1. How many strides is he doing here? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3. So he did 3 strides that time. And yeah, you're going to get a 56 if he does all uppercuts and doesn't give you too many long delays. So that's a great time. That's something that any speedrunner would take in any run. The fastest Soda you're probably going to get is somewhere around 50 seconds, which is super duper rare. 51, 52, very rare times to get that low. Somewhere around 54, 5, and 6 are excellent times. And if you get super lucky, you can still get a time under a minute, even if he throws a hook. But you're going to need very short delays into his uppercuts and the hook that he throws. But anything under a minute should be your goal. And even something as high as a 106 is still acceptable, I'd say. But yeah, that's it for Soda. Just get used to the timing and get him unbalanced by punching him in the gut when he's going for an uppercut. Knock him down 3 times and win. That's it.